Trisha, you look lovely. Look how pretty you are.
Oh, and there's our Trisha. Hi, Trish. I was just checking to see if I had you on screen. Good morning, everyone. I'm Sarah Cavalier. I'm your Director of Education and Onboarding. And today we're going to meet some more of our crew. 3 amazing women from the Overland Park office, Trisha, Robin, and Terri. Guys, can you tell us where Overland Park is? Just in case there are some people that are like, Overland Park, where is that?
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Largest suburb in the metropolitan area next to Kansas City, Missouri.
Yes.
All right. Are you guys on the Kansas side or the Missouri side? Because maybe not everybody knows that, because it's right down the middle, right?
Yeah, we work both sides. We're all licensed both states, but yes, we're on the Kansas side.
On the Kansas side. All right. So where I want to start off is letting everybody know who you are, how long you've been in real estate, and maybe some of the different roles that you've played in your real estate career. And why don't we start with Terri?
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. I've been selling real estate for about 9 years. I've worked with 2 builders and developers. I've been in the real estate industry around it for about 30 years. So I've done that, and I've been a senior living counselor at senior retirement communities, and I've done marketing for a bank. So I'm just kind of well-rounded in the real estate industry.
Awesome. Trisha, tell us about you.
Yes, so I have been in real estate full-time since 2012. I wanted as much information as possible, so I worked for other agents. I worked for our brokerage. I was our transaction coordinator for a time being, and listing coordinator, doing a lot of marketing, and then briefly served as relocation coordinator.
Hey, get in here.
And so that brings us to Robin. Robin, I think you've worn a lot of hats, or you do wear a lot of hats. So how long have you been in the industry?
Well, I've been in since the dinosaur days. So when I started, I came in with MLS, and we had fax machines and pagers, and paperwork I carried around in my car. So anyway, and so I started out selling, did that for 7-8 years, whatever. And then eventually I started a paperwork business within Keller Williams when I was there, that we ended up doing about 500 transactions a year for the agents. And so I had my own business within the business and people working for me. So, and then I came back to Coldwell Banker, I guess 8 years ago. And so I ran all the transactions. Then I eventually became a broker. I don't know, started Relo maybe 6 years ago. I'm still the responsible broker. What else do I do? Yeah, Relo. That's, everything, whatever. That's me. I've been around a long time.
Okay, so what year did you start?
Okay, let's see. My daughter is 29, 26 years ago.
26 years. So really, we have a whole lot of experience coming from the 3 of you today.
Mhm.
So thank you for joining us. When you were little, did you guys dream of being in real estate, or did you have other plans? Any of you?
I was going to be on stage, so real estate is my stage. So,
are you singer, actor?
I do
performer?
sing. Yes, I do sing. Just at church, but
Okay.
But
Awesome.
I have a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Theater and Voice. Yes.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
So.
The singing realtor, that could have been one of your ways to market yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do sing happy birthday to my clients.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. So let's tell us, is it video, or do you call them and sing happy birthday?
I call them. I'm not, this video thing is really not comfortable for me.
I think you're doing really well. So how many calls then do you make each week or each month for their birthday? How time consuming is something like this, and what do you see as a result?
I don't do it consistently. If I've sung to them once, I don't sing to them every year, because that's kind of boring. But it's a human touch, and it's something that not a lot of people do. So they remember me.
Yeah. If I would sing, I think they'd all laugh and then hang up. Trisha, what did you want to be when you were little? What did you aspire to be? Tell
Oh,
us, you as a
goodness.
real estate agent.
You know, I had no idea, but as I was growing up, both of my grandparents, my grandmothers, so my mom's mom and my dad's mom were in real estate in some capacity. And I really didn't realize it until I was already in real estate. And then also my great aunt was a realtor.
Oh my gosh. So
Yeah.
what did they say when they found out that
Oh,
you
that's
were-
when the stories came. That's
Oh my gosh. And then did they make you run? Or sometimes those stories I think are awesome because they did business a little bit different than what we do today. And they really had the personal touch. So, all right, Robin, what did you want to be when you were growing up?
Well, I'll tell you a funny story. I wanted to be a realtor, and here's why. Okay. This gal that sold our home, and I was probably like 8, 9 years old. And of course, she pulled up in her Cadillac and she had on this awesome outfit and she had a cigarette holder. I mean, she probably looked like Cruella de Vil, but anyway, what was hysterical when she was backing out of our driveway and leaving, and I was sitting by the window watching her because I was just in awe of her. She was just so attractive. She was just so, and I thought, man, and I said to my mom, I want to be just like her when I grow up. My mom was like, what is wrong with you? So, yeah. So anyway, but she was completely opposite of my mother, who was very, not flashy, didn't smoke, and we didn't have a Cadillac. So there you go. Yeah. So I thought, wow, she must have the coolest job in the world. And that's what
And
I'm gonna
little
do.
did you know that it was so cool.
Yes, I know. That's what's hysterical. So yeah. Yep.
Okay, so let's go to a little more technical question. Talk about your target market. And Robin, this might be a little bit harder for you, but Trish, why don't you tell us about your business? Like who's your target market, your business plan, what CRM you use, or some other tool?
Okay. So I love them all. I don't like saying no to anyone. I love my work almost to a fault. All the time. I would say if I were to pick, like, my ideal target market is mid 30s to 40s range, professional. I love an engineer. I love a very detailed, data driven client. I love crunching the numbers with them and then proving. I love listings, right? And buyers.
Okay.
But when it comes to selling a home, I absolutely love proving to them, like showing them the numbers and then putting a plan together to accomplish their goals, putting their house together, and then showing what that does to their numbers, right? And
Oh, wow. Yeah. So what CRM do you use?
Lion's Desk
Okay. All right.
and CPIQ.
CBIQ. Okay. All right.
So the company line.
And what about your social media? Do you use what the marketing department provides to you, or don't you have a lot of focus maybe on social media?
I do not have as much focus on social media. I primarily use social media to find out like what's going on with the people I know and care about so that I can engage in their lives, reach out, tell them happy birthday, the life milestones, but I am less engaged, but I definitely use our company tools. They're a lifesaver, frankly, when it comes to posting online.
Oh, very good. So I think there's a lot of agents who forget about the other side. It's not just about putting out contact, and you nailed it on the head. It's about engaging with them so that they remember you, because there's a lot of information that's all over. And so just by liking or loving or laughing or caring and then writing a comment, that's how you're engaging, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Terri, tell us about your target market, because it's very interesting. If I think I know what you're going to talk about.
Well, I got into this side of real estate after being a senior living counselor and seeing the stress that older adults go through when they're moving out of their home for 30 or 40 years. Actually, it's stressful for most people, whether they've been in their home 2 years or 20. And so I would say that that's about 25% of my business. The
So
rest of it.
the senior market is 25% of your business.
Mhm.
Okay.
And those are long time clients. It's not a fast sale. You know, I worked with a client for 3 years before we found the house, then got their house on the market and got everything out of it. And they're usually dated homes, and you usually can't get them to do a lot to their homes. So a lot of my listings aren't very pretty. But you know, sometimes they're, you know, anyway. But I do love working with younger people. I'm a consultative sell, so it's getting in and finding out what they want, how they want to do it. I'm always about making it as stress-free as possible. But I'm trying to think what else I can tell you about my business.
What CRM do you use, or how do you keep in contact?
I use Buffini. That's how I started. When I first got in the business, I had a fair amount of contacts that I could put in there. And then I have transferred all of those. There's about 700 people in there, which I probably need to call that down, but they're all in CBIQ as well. So I maintain those 2 databases plus one for my magazine that I send out. Actually, I send out 2 magazines, so there's actually 4 databases. It really kind of sucks. That Buffini's great because it's just so simple. I've used ACT, which if you're as old as I am, that was an old CRM system in the senior living industry. But I've used a lot of CRMs, and that was just very easy. It's very quick. It's not clunky. So that's what I do.
Awesome. Robin, is this a good question for you? Is there a way for you to address this? Because really your clients right now are our agents.
Right. So that's it. It's just the agents. Yeah. I'm not trying to list or sell, and I haven't for a very long time. So yeah, at least 8 years. Yeah, longer.
Well, what I want to switch to right now is I want you guys to share like a secret of your success, so that if agents, once we finish up here, they're going to walk away and say, all right, this is how Terri or Trisha or Robin got to be where they are today. Because obviously you've been nominated by somebody to be here with me today because you're doing the right things and you're considered successful and an important leader in the Overland Park market and even in your office. So what would be a secret to your success, or some advice that you can give to an agent? Who wants to start? Should we start with Robin, because she's been in the business the longest?
I'm guessing somebody nominated me to piss me off. No. Anyway, just all kidding aside, let's see, what little tidbit would I say? Mine would be the time blocking, the work-life balance, because that's something I've always struggled with, and I do spend way too much time working, and I always have. But to be time blocked and disciplined and stick with it, and you know, I think that was my hardest struggle in the beginning. So was to figure that out. And then once I got that down, you know, it was better, but I still struggle with it now. So yeah. Because anybody calls me, somebody walks in, I mean, it's like squirrel. Now I'm doing that, you know. Oops, I gotta go back to that now. Oh man, did I do that or not? Yeah, that's what my day is sometimes now. Yeah.
So in that same train of thought, what are you going to do for fun this weekend?
For fun this weekend, let's see.
Because if you're time blocking, you should time block for fun too.
That's true. I'm actually going to have lunch with some friends tomorrow, and then I'm going to finish my taxes on Sunday. So that's what I'm doing.
Taxes for fun.
Woo! Because, you know, as usual, I never do my taxes on time. And I own rental properties and a bunch of stuff, and it's a big old pain. So I always file for the extension. I always have for probably over 25 years now. And then my accountant, he always calls me about mid-August. So I'm trying to surprise him and go, hey, I've got it all done. It's all categorized. I've got all my stuff uploaded. So he's going to be very excited with me. So, yep. So that's what I'm doing.
Awesome. All right, Trisha, you've been in the business 11 years or 12 years? 11 years. Someone like that. What is the secret to your success?
You know, really like finding what my strengths are, right? Like I'm very data driven, right? And figuring out how that can serve people and being focused on their goals. So really focusing on that and like being a service provider, I love serving my community, and I think following your strengths really will take you far, right? And focusing on that and believing in it as well. Like don't sell yourself short, because those are the tough lessons when you question yourself or sell yourself a little short. You'll know. You'll know when it happens.
So Trish, you know where your strengths are. So do you hire, or what do you do for those things that you're not real great at, or maybe you don't enjoy? Do you have an assistant? Do you farm out those other tasks that maybe aren't well suited for you, so you can spend time doing the stuff that you love?
So not currently, but that is in my future like business planning, right? Because I mean, I very much love what I do. And so that's almost a problem that, because I do need time for myself, but I often don't take it.
Gotcha. So how do you balance work, family, and fun? Are you a time blocker?
I'm a time blocker, definitely.
Okay. All right. Awesome. All right, Terri, what's the secret to your success?
Well, I do hire people to do the things that I hate to do, which is database management, listing input, those things. My daughter's a writer, so she writes my descriptions for my MLS listings. I take videos for her and she just writes because she likes to do it. I don't know that she likes inputting the room sizes either, but that's okay. And let's see, I have regular touches. It's setting things up automatically that like CBIQ for your pushes out to Facebook. I use social media to call somebody instead of, I may respond to them, but that gives me a reason to call them as well. And then being a part of the community, and whatever community that is. For me, it's church. I'm pretty involved in that. I sing, and that's where I sing. It's one of the reasons I go to church is to sing. But being a part of their community and serving them works for me.
Awesome. Awesome. Are you guys ready for the rapid fire questions?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So early bird, or are you a night owl?
Oh,
Night owl.
Night
early
owl?
bird.
Both, which is a problem.
Yeah, probably both. Yeah.
You just go. I think Robin needs a little bit more of that so she can fit in her day, everything that she needs. All right. White or red refers to wine. Trish, white or red?
Oh, tricky. Oh,
Oh,
earthy.
wow.
I mean, but often white.
Gotcha.
White for sure. Kim Crawford. Yeah.
I'm a seasonal gal, so red in the winter, white in the summer.
Gotcha. All right. Beach vacation or staycation?
Beach.
Beach for you too, Robin.
Yeah.
Trisha?
Beach.
All right. Buyer clients or seller clients, which are your favorite to work with?
Seller.
Yeah, salary, you can manage your time better. Yeah.
I would say both for me.
Okay.
I like the hunt. I like
Oh.
the hunt.
All right. And I've asked this in all the other ones, Iowa State or Hawkeyes?
Hey, you.
KU.
Oh, shoot. Trisha, come on.
No, definitely KU. I've given them a lot of money over the years.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, me too.
Yes. About 80
And-
grand for sure.
And finally, Denver Broncos or the Kansas City Chiefs?
Cheers. Yeah.
Chiefs, 100%.
I figured so. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining us. That's it for today's Focus Friday. I'll see you all next week. Thank you everyone for attending.
Bye.
Bye.